A second season of the anthology series coming to Disney Plus, and despite not a single teaser being released, we already know that there will be a lot of madness from the live-action multiverse to jump to the animated series, and even bigger character development. But beware, the watcher is watching and will interfere if the stakes are too high, especially if some of the characters from the anthology series are to make the cross to the live-action. It's no secret that Phase 4 of the MCU has proven itself to be the period in which Marvel Studios decided to experiment a lot with the content available on the table, everything that was, is, and will be in the near future, with upcoming projects expanding that experimentation of the events that are about to unfold by the end of MCU's Phase 4. Black Widow, Shang-Chi, and The Legend of the Ten Rings, Spider-Man No Way Home, and the latest Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness were the projects that built out the film side of things, with so many TV shows coming to the Disney Plus streaming platform, just adding up to the wider MCU storyline in which we have slowly but surely started to live in ourselves. The first of many was WandaVision, a limited series that started the whole Marvel campaign on the streaming platform, with The Falcon and the Winter Soldier and Loki following close after. But more intriguingly, we also got the What If animated series, probably the most interesting project we got last year, not only because it's the first of its kind, but also because there are no boundaries when it comes to the characters and storylines that can be explored, all of which have been altered just a tiny bit, one significant element, whether the story or the character at hand is taken into consideration, with everything adding up to a spectacular ending for the said hero or storyline that is being followed.
You have awakened her.
The first season of the series debuted in August 2021, a season that consisted of 9 episodes, with each and every episode dealing a new universe where something is ever so slightly changed from the main storyline of the live-action MCU that we already knew by that point. For instance, Peggy Carter was the one to be injected with the super soldier serum and not Steve Rogers on one hand, and Doctor Strange was deranged from grief and did not have the power and the resources to stop Christine Palmer from dying in his universe on the other.
We missed our turn. Isn't the bridge that way?
It will be fine.
The whole first season of the series was a lot of fun, and it seems like Marvel is not done with the series, with some rumors saying that the What If series could become an annual series, with one season being released per year, but only time will tell. As for now, let's focus on the task at hand. What is the news about the second season of the series, and where it might take us? The second season of the series was never in doubt, as it was confirmed by Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige all the way back in 2019, 2 years before the first season even aired. And knowing that this was the case, we should not be surprised to see the second season come out in 2022, possibly in late summer, following in the first season's footsteps, with the date being reserved for future upcoming seasons of the show, considering it'll run as an annual animated series in the near future. The thing we want to touch upon is the trailer side of things, firstly because of just how far in advance we got the one for the first season, more than 7 months before the release of the series, and us still not getting one for the second season, despite so many things pointing out to the fact of the second season releasing by the end of 2022. One of the big things about the second season, according to executive producer Brad Winderbaum, was the fact that the second season was given the green light so far in advance, with the whole time period between then and now giving the writers and all other people working on the series a more room to breathe and give us an even wider array of characters, a detail that'll mark the second season of the series. According to some rumors we managed to hear here and there, with the second season's name of the game being character development, whatever that could mean in the crazy world of the upcoming second season of the What If series.
No, oh no! I totally just jump scared you.
It's just Spider-Boy. Come on.
Both the first and the upcoming second season were supposed to have 10 episodes each, but due to the pandemic situation complicating things, the number was reduced to 9 episodes each, with the last episode of the first season that was already done being the first one from the second season, which could be a good thing, as it could potentially connect the 2 seasons to some extent, and we're saying this because even if there's no connection at all, we should not be surprised seeing how this anthology series has progressed from the start to the end of the first season.
Yeah, you might feel it.
Oh, what is going on?
It's a protection.
One of the most impressive things about the series was that it managed to gather a fair number of the original cast to reprise their role from previous movies and series, all of whom lend their voices for the first season of the show, including the likes of Samuel L. Jackson, Benedict Cumberbatch, Jeremy Renner, Haley Atwell, Tom Hiddleston, Chris Hemsworth in their respective roles. Some new actors were joining in as well. For instance, the series managed to get Jeffrey Wright as the Watcher, who oversees everything in the multiverse and guided us through this vast new alternate reality. The unexpected tussle with Ultron from Season 1 left us with no assured returns from the characters and the actors whose voices we heard, with the Watcher probably being the one character we can guarantee to be back for Season 2. And while no specific cast members have been announced, we should be expecting familiar faces from across the MCU, whether we're talking about original Avengers members, new favorites, or long-forgotten side characters making a triumphant return. Being an anthology series in its nature, the What If Season 2 will likely follow the same pattern as the first season, meaning that each episode will be taking place in a different universe, and considering that elements of the multiverse could be explored even more, we should also expect for all the stories to come together by the end of the second season, all of the heroes coming together to fight the big baddie, whoever that might be. One thing we're quite sure about, and that we know will happen in the second season, was the thing we touched upon a little bit earlier in this video, and that was that one episode from the first season will come in the second one. The episode we're talking about involves the backstory of Gamora, something we saw a glimpse of in the first season's finale. There were also some spoilers we got from the likes of head writer A.C. Bradley, who said that the second season of the show will explore newer characters from Phase 4 of the MCU, which should be a natural thing considering the first season explored concepts from the 3 previous phases. Thus, with everything said, you should expect a lot of new characters that will explore the multiverse from a different perspective, one that we're not familiar with, and one with a whole different outcome, we suppose. Whatever the case may be, one thing we should all keep an eye out for is the fact of any of the characters from the second season making an appearance in the live action, something along the lines of how evil Doctor Strange or Sinister Strange from the first season made his debut in the live action in the Doctor Strange sequel, as well as Peggy Carter's Captain Carter in the same movie as a member of the Multiverse Illuminati team from Earth 838. On a related note, tell us down in the comments below, what are your thoughts on the animated series so far? Do you think the second season could be an even better version of the TV show now that we know to some extent as to what we should expect? Or are there even more elements that will need exploring? Ones that we don't know of? And if it was up to you, which character and which storyline would you like to see play out through the second season of the series? But also don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.